Hey folks, Marcus here, welcome to CountryWoodSmoke HQ. Hope you're all good. So I've been sent a Sage by Heston Blumenthal smoking gun, and yeah, it looks a great bit of kit. I've used a smoking gun before, so yeah, looking forward to seeing what this one is like. So let's have a look. This is for cold smoking. It's a wood smoke infuser, add a finishing touch by smoking meat, fish, vegetables, sauces and cocktails for a natural smoke flavour infusion, and it's got hickory and applewood chips. Good shout on those. I like both of those. So there's some nice recipe cards here. Smoked bourbon cherry ice cream, that smells nice, sounds nice. Smoked chili jam, smoked chili butter, smoking in the sidecar. That sounds a nice cocktail, I might try that one later. So yeah, some instructions, read them, and here we go. Let's have a look at this. So it's a pretty decent substantial bit of kit actually, pretty big. So you pop this is the tube, pop that in there so it locks tight, and then there's some little mesh filters to replace the one in there. There's one in there at the moment, and then a couple of little pots here, one hickory and one applewood. So I have here some lovely little duck breasts, nice thin duck breasts, and I'm going to smoke these with some applewood. So you don't need too much in here, so a little sprinkle in there in the top, and then there's two settings on this, which is good, a low and a high, and it runs on a couple of batteries that go in the bottom there, and I'm going to turn it on high to get it going and light the top, and as you can see, you get a nice clean smoke straight away, which is good. I like that. Nice clean pure smoke. So what I'm going to do with these is pop this in here, get some smoke going, turn that down a little bit to the low setting, and maybe a little sprinkle more on top, the apple chips. So that's going there nicely now. Pop that under there. Let it fill with smoke, and then turn off. And I'm just going to cover with cling film. You don't need too much smoke in there, just a nice gentle smoke. And then I'm just going to leave that to infuse, and I'll do it on the fat side and the skin and the meat side. So I'll leave that for a little bit now, a few minutes, and then I'll do the next lot. In the meantime, I'm going to have a play with this. Get some smoke going. So the apple smells lovely, as you'd expect, and I'm looking forward to trying the hickory. I might try that with some of these recipes. But yeah, it's a nice amount of smoke. I think it's good that it's got the two settings. It allows you to let it go, get it going, and to really fire it up if you want and get a lot more. But yeah, I quite like that gentle smoke setting there, and that's just a nice subtle smoke there. That's really good. Nothing too much, and yeah, it burns through the chips quite quickly. So you need to just top them up maybe with a few more when you're ready. So off, high power to light, and then low power. Sprinkle small chips in top. Light them up. And pop them into your food like that. I've noticed this needs this chamber needs cleaning out quite a lot, quite quickly. A quick tap just loosens it. But yeah, a quick tap and gets the smoke going again. But yeah, just keep that top one clean. That gets very hot, so just be careful. And yeah. So the idea is that you get a nice smoke in your container, and then you leave it. Turn that off. So I'm going to be so once these have sat in the smoke, I'm going to give them a few runs. I like mine quite smoky, so I'm going to give it a few runs here. And the instructions say, I better read the instructions I guess at some point. It says 1 to 3 minutes under smoke is generally all that's needed to infuse foods with a smoky flavour. So we're looking at a surface flavour here really, more than a deep flavour. It says place hose just slightly above food. Continuous smoking with the gun is not required. And yeah, it says Applewood chips work well with poultry, game birds and pork. So I picked the right one, which is good. And yeah, so it's all good. So what I'm going to do with these duck breasts is give them a little bit more smoke for the time being, and then what I'll be doing later is popping them on a hot cast iron pan to sizzle up and see if I get a good little smoke out of this. So yeah, I'll be trying that later. Cheers. Okay then, so these duck breasts have been smoked using the sage, and they've been sat in the fridge overnight just for the smoke to mellow and equalise out. So I'm just going to have a quick sniff and see how they smell. And they smell nice gentle smoke. So yeah, I'm looking forward to trying these, and I'm going to cook them. I didn't want to add any more smoke in the cooking, so I'm just going to cook them on a cast iron pan to crisp up the fat. And it's a nice way to cook duck breasts like this. It crisps up the fat lovely, and I didn't want to add any more smoke because I just wanted to see how much smoke came from the sage. So I'm going to go with a little bit of salt and pepper on these, just on the skin side. Pepper, not too much because I want to taste the smoke on these. And I'm just going to pop these skin side down. They smell good, nice gentle apple smoke. Just pop them skin side down on this hot cast iron pan. There we go. And those will sear up nice. Okay, so these look like they're almost there. The fat's looking nice and crispy on the skin side there. And the skin looks lovely and golden and crisp. I'm just going to check the internal temperature. 50, 53 on the little one. A few more minutes. So these are looking done. They've hit 55 degrees C, which is just where I want them, so I'm going to take them off. Put them on here. Leave them to rest a minute. A bit more seasoning. I'll leave those for a few minutes to rest and give them a try. These smoked duck breasts have been resting a few minutes, and I'm just going to cut one open and see how it tastes. Nice and pink inside. Got some of that crispy skin. So I'm just getting a very nice, very gentle apple smoke from that, which is pretty good. I could have bumped it up a little bit more maybe, gone for a couple more puffs of smoke to let it, but you do definitely get a smoky flavour there, and yeah, it's very pleasant actually, it's very nice. It doesn't overpower the duck. The duck's a flavourful, fatty meat anyway, and it's beautiful, so you don't want to overpower it. So I'm happy with that. I can use that to create some nice smoked food, easy at home, and yeah, it's a pretty good little bit of kit. You've just got to be careful with this filter here that it doesn't get blocked up with like the embers, the ashes. So just make sure you give it a clean out, and then blow it out. Just make sure that filter stays nice and clean, because the air needs to pass through it. So if it gets blocked up easily, you know, with the ash, then the smoke won't pass through. So I found you just need to keep that nice and clean. There's little spare gauzes in the pack, so you can change those out if they stop working. And yeah, I'm quite impressed. Good little bit of kit, nice gentle smoke. Good, you know, it's yeah, it's useful if you want to get some smoke into some food. Maybe you live you know, in an apartment or something, or where it's not so easy to smoke, and you just need a little tiny bit of smoke to play with your food. Then yeah, this is a good bit of kit. So I can see it being used by a lot of people. So yeah, it's a good job, and yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to get stuck into my duck here and enjoy that. Okay, nice lunch. So hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you later. If you like my videos, then please subscribe, like, comment, let me know what you think. Okay, cheers, take care, bye. Smoky.